It's a beautiful Monday morning, and I'm going to get my hair done at the Penthouse. Come with me.
Made with Love Hair, The Conversation, a place where natural hair care meets education. Today, we're at the Penthouse Salon by Bethany Simone, sitting down with Nola the Curl Specialist to answer some of the biggest questions in healthy natural hair care. Are you washing your hair the right way? Is heat really damaging your curls, or is it just about techniques? How often should you trim your ends to retain length and keep your healthy hair? Nola breaks down the science, shares professional techniques, and clears up some of the biggest misconceptions about caring for natural hair. Whether you're just starting your healthy hair journey or looking to take your routine to the next level, this conversation is packed with practical tips you can start using today.
Let's go to the Penthouse. Guys, I cannot wait to get my hair done. First of all, the place looks absolutely stunning. So, as I was telling the people earlier on my walk, I'm really excited about this because you don't often find people who specialize in curly hair.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited to have you on my,
Oh.
take care of my hair, because you know curly hair. and
Yeah.
that's what you do here specifically, right?
Yeah. And
tell us.
outside of it, like on
Yeah.
my own too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
I will say doing hair going on 3 years.
Yeah.
And I will say just like outside of that, for personal reason, I started back in 2013
Yeah.
during like the natural hair movement online. So that's when I was like just experimenting, doing God knows what to my hair, but also falling back to loving my curls. That's
Yeah.
always been like a thing for myself.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Yes. All right. I'm gonna start with the detangling process a little bit.
Oh, you detangle.
Yeah.
Okay, so because I was gonna say, like, what is proper protocol
Yeah.
for the people whenever they go to hair salons?
Uh,
Should they detangle prior to, or like, what are your thoughts?
I will say it'll be nicer to be nice to your stylist and pre-detangle
Yeah.
as much as you can.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there may be instances where like if you have dealt with like mats or anything like
Yeah.
that, then like I can understand if it was like a DM prior, but
Yeah.
if I have like another client, that's gonna set me back in
Right,
time.
in time.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think you guys pre-detangled. I thought you just went in, because I think the last time, like I mentioned to you, I don't go to hair salons that much, but the last time they sort of just went in and
Oh. And do you
didn't-
sorry, do you
Yeah.
have any allergies?
No.
No, okay. I wanted to ask before I
Okay.
use any products, but I'm just using the Design Essentials.
Beautiful.
But
Yeah.
they,
Okay.
So you said last time you went in?
Yeah, I think they just went in. I don't think they pre-detangled.
I mean, yeah.
But my hair was, I made sure my hair was detangled before I went. So maybe that's why they just went in. But
Yeah.
that's good to know, because a lot of people will either charge you extra for the detangling process or just not take you altogether.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more when it comes to washing. Some people say you should wash your hair once a week. Some people say every other week. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts?
Honestly, it depends on, for me, I'm all about like one person's routine. So if you feel as though like you're pretty much busy throughout the week
Yeah.
and you have like that one day off, you can wash your hair once
Yeah.
a week, then that's perfectly fine. But I feel as though going up to 2 weeks is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But when you extend it to a month, because I know some people do that too,
Yeah.
but like that's to me when I get worried about scalp polyp a little bit. Based off of experience behind the chair, I notice a lot of clients who don't often wash their hair. They either experience some sort of like flakiness, and it's not like anything internal.
Yeah.
Because if it's internal, I mean anything internal, then okay, like it's not you, it's not your routine.
Yeah.
It's maybe just your scalp.
Yeah.
Yeah. How often do you wash your hair?
It depends. It depends on the season. I think in this current season, I'm at a three week,
3 week?
sometimes a month kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah, not necessarily because I want to. I think there's just so much happening. Whenever I have freer seasons, I aim for every other week.
Yeah.
But right now we're at a 3 week
3 week?
basis.
And how does your scalp overall feel? Like
I think
in between?
there's a lot of flaking. You'll be able to see this. I have some flaking on my scalp. It gets pretty dry.
Yeah.
Specifically after that 2 week mark, it's like it starts itching. So I know definitely the 2 week routine is what's healthier and best for my hair.
Yeah.
I'm just having a hard time finding
Like the balance to do
right
that.
now.
And that's understandable too.
Yeah.
Because with longer hair and detangling time, like that's a full.
Yes.
Does it feel like a full day for you?
It does feel like a full day. My husband will often say, he's like, I don't like wash days.
Does your husband help you?
No.
No.
Because he's like, you're like in the shower all day.
Yeah. Like running up that water bill.
I know. It's a lot. It definitely feels like it can be a little bit much. What do you think are some day-to-day routines that we can establish to keep healthy hair?
I will say the biggest thing is depending on how your hair is styled.
Yeah.
Protective styles such as like with your natural hair, braids or even twists.
Yeah.
Those are ways you can kind of easily access get access to your scalp, but also to your hair strands.
Yeah.
So like what you was explaining, by that 2 week mark, your hair kind of feel a little bit dry. You can still go in between like 3 to 5 days to kind of moisturize it by like spritzing with water and then putting in your favorite leave-in.
Yeah.
That's like one way I say like one person can moisturize their hair. I wouldn't, because you wouldn't want to do that every day.
Right.
Because it's like what you eat or what you consume. Like you don't want to consume too much broccoli because that might not be good for your health.
I really love how you said protective styling with your hair, because I think we have sort of lost the essence of protective styling.
Yeah.
And all the added hair can cause friction to your hair, and that can do more damage than you think. And so I've been hearing that a lot from trichologists and different hairstylists.
Yeah.
Just making sure that you are protective styling with your hair, which comes with a level of comfortability with our own natural hair, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of us in our community don't often feel comfortable rocking our hair, whether it's in its short phase or longer phase. So there's a lot of work for us to do in terms of becoming more comfortable with rocking our own hair for protective hairstyles.
No, I actually agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And I feel as though too, I had like a couple of conversations where like clients will mention like, I haven't really seen a natural hairstyle that is good for the like professional setting. And I was like, well, there was like I believe the Crown Act,
Yes.
where they can't discriminate your hair, but even like the military, where they can wear their natural hair or even braided. I think braids.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I remember during that time frame, a lot of people was like, okay, we can wear our hair. There's no particular way or order to wear our hair, but how could we? Like that's always a question.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean?
What are some styles we can do? It's so interesting. So last week I went live with someone classically kept, and we were talking about natural hair in the workspace.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were saying, well, I had one person in the comments that said she came to work one time with a African head wrap, and her boss pulled her to the side and said, this is not professional, and you can't wear. I know. And so till this day, people are still experiencing discrimination when it comes to their natural hair in the workspace. So I definitely think it's important for people with platforms and just people in general to rock their hair and make it known and like let it be what it is.
No, I agree. I mean, it might be because I am a quote unquote Aquarius, but like for me, it's probably because of the rebellion. But like I don't like
care.
if they pass a law like for us to do it, like by any means, if my boss is pulling me aside and the head wrap is like deemed as unprofessional, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
This is unprofessional that you are pulling me aside.
Come on now.
The fact that you're my head, like the head. I feel like the head wrap shouldn't be a distraction.
Right.
At all. Anybody's hair shouldn't be a distraction.
Right. And then we were talking about how often do you hear our white counterparts, getting comments on their hair not being professional.
Yeah.
So.
And I feel as though that comes with like their hair being the standard. A lot of people, like even I think of like people with natural hair. They think of, okay, my hair has to be laid and quote unquote neat in order for it to look presentable.
Right.
But ideally, that's not how our hair rolls.
Right. They got their name on the cups.
Yes.
They're out here doing things over here. Okay.
Shout out to Bethany.
Like that's so beautiful. I love
Healthy
it.
hair starts with knowledge, not just products, and that is why this video is sponsored by Heritage. Heritage creates educational resources and coloring books that help children and families celebrate natural hair, build confidence, and learn letters and letter sounds along the way. Because education is key, y'all. If you're ready to raise the next generation of confident learners with positive self-esteem and identity, visit heritage.com and start your journey today.
If someone is in their like early stage of rocking their natural hair, growing their natural hair, learning their natural hair, what are some determining factors of like what their hair needs? Like how do they figure out what their hair needs?
Go based off of how you feel, especially based off of like the journey of learning your hair. I mean, it's always going back to our five senses of like what can we feel out of our hair that may need, or even sometimes what you can visibly see.
Yeah.
So like if your scalp is experiencing any flakes, I know out there in the market, Nezerol is kind of good to help with that. Or if you feel like your hair is a little bit dry, because another thing too, everybody has different surface texture too.
Okay, what does that mean?
So like some people's hair cuticle, like if I was to pull out a hair strand and then like smooth, if I didn't put product on, but if I smoothed it down, some people's cuticle or their hair strands have like bumps, whereas some people is just smooth throughout.
Okay.
So sometimes that can be an indication of what you may need too.
So what does that tell us? What does the smoothness or the bumps tell us?
I mean, it's just more so like your surface texture. Okay. So it's just like you can't really, I wouldn't say you can't really change it.
Okay.
But like some people can alter it by doing chemical services. But in a way, if you want to embrace your natural hair, it's just learning to go with styles within that embraces the texture.
Yeah.
Instead of against.
Yeah,
so if I have like a bumpy surface texture, then I'm gonna just rock out twist outs, braid outs, just things that mimic the natural hair state instead of just trying to purposely do things against it.
So then like having a straight surface level would mean like maybe straighter, like blow dried state, wearing your hair in a blow dried state. Is that what you mean?
Or not. Well, it's just based off of how you. I mean, because going based off of like if someone can feel their hair, what it feels. Sometimes somebody may feel like a bumpy surface texture. It indicates damage, and it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never heard that before.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
That's good to know.
And I was gonna say too, it might be some instance in which somebody like their surface texture may feel like a little dry or coarse. But ideally, that also may imply that your hair may need like some sort of protein or some sort of moisturizing treatment. Or if your hair strands, like if I was to do like a wet test or just holding out a strand and then just pulling it to see if it will just snap or break, that's another indication if your hair is experiencing breakage too. So, yeah, while styling your natural hair, just want to be ideally in touch with the senses.
Yeah. So what is the point of protein treatments? Because there was a period of time where we were all doing the eggs and the mayo and all the things.
Yeah.
And then we sort of we're getting away from that. What exactly, what is the purpose of that? Why do we do protein treatments? How does that help us? When do we know we should do them?
I will say when your hair's feeling like overly soft to the point where you feel like your hair strands are like kind of like too soft, like a marshmallow
Okay.
in a way. Yeah, I'm trying to think of marshmallow. What's another way of describing it too? But it just feels overly soft, where
Okay.
it feels like it doesn't have any strength at all. So like if I put it into a ponytail, it might break.
Okay.
That's like a good indication that the hair needs protein. And incorporating a protein treatment, well, first of all, you got to know your hair porosity, because high porosity, they'll benefit from protein treatments a little bit better, just because the cuticle is always open or raised, so that it doesn't really sit in as long, but it helps. And that's the thing too with the surface texture with protein treatments. It helps smooth it, or smooth the keratin bonds on the hair over time. But I feel as though with low porosity, you don't need to do protein treatments as often either.
So how often would you recommend protein treatments?
I will say on a bi-monthly base.
Okay.
Yeah, some people do, like, it depends the severity of it. So if someone's experiencing some sort of heat damage, and it depends, because not all proteins are created the same either in the market. So I remember Olaplex, a lot of people were overusing it, but also we had the Salon Care one, and I believe I had a client come in every month to kind of help with repair the damage. Because that's what it's supposed to do. And I didn't experience any like protein overload with the client, because protein overload is just more so like you experience the brittleness, but it will break, but it'll feel really dry and raw, like a straw. So I always say the safe balance, if you was to do it at home, to do it on a bi-monthly base, so that you're not overusing it. Because you never know if the products you're using now in the market that has proteins in it. So it's not necessarily a protein treatment, but how can I explain it? Curlsmith, like their purple line, they have like, I think it's their protein line. So their shampoos made of like something that's quote unquote strengthening. That's what I think of words like strengthening. And they'll say protein, but those are the things that they're not going to really say it, but those are my indicators that those have proteins in it, either for stylers too. So you just don't want to overuse it too much too.
Yeah. But so like are the mayos effective, or are we just and the eggs and the bananas and the avocados, and
I feel like save your money.
Food?
Like save your money on your groceries. At this point, I mean, we don't have to get back to the DIY. I feel like the DIY bag was just because there weren't much products out there for curly hair.
Yeah.
And that made sense for that time. But I feel like now it's like, we don't need to do all that. Like, I've been hearing people talk about the Cardi B mask. I'm like, she came out with a product line just so, like, hey, y'all could save y'all groceries. Like, them avocados are adding up.
Yeah.
Or even eggs, like, what?
Yeah.
No, I'm not putting no eggs in my thing. That's crazy.
I know. I definitely used to do the mayo.
Yeah,
at some point.
I ain't gonna lie, I did it too during the DIY stage. But after a while, when I noticed like we had more products with proteins, I started using that a little bit more. Or I got also introduced to other products just by just hearing like other YouTubers reviews personally, and I'm just more so like a personal guinea pig.
Yeah.
And I think that's when I took hair serious, when I was like, oh, okay, I think I actually like the product knowledge or the information that I get.
I know, we'll talk a little bit more about that, but like my ends, I know they need a trim, and I know you can feel it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You snag it, they're a little snaggy. How often should people consider getting trims?
I'll say between every 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
Depending on the severity or like the hair goes. I feel as though like initial appointment, just keeping that time frame.
Yeah.
3 months. I always tell clients 3 months is like, okay, you're pushing it.
Yeah.
And 2 months is like a good steady routine you want to get into, if you, especially if they don't want to go aggressive with cutting off the damage. But yeah, ideally 2 to 3 months, and then we can work our way to quarterly. But once you start feeling like those ends are snaggling, or you're experiencing single strand knots, like those are always an indicator to do trims. And some people have to do it more frequent too.
I know it's time for me to get a trim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long has it been?
It's been a while.
Oh,
I
like
never,
years, months?
It's been a year because the last time I did it was before I gave birth.
Oh, okay.
And my baby's a year and some.
Oh,
so
congrats.
It's been a while. I could have done it myself, but I don't like to do it myself because I'm not a professional. So I don't want to
mess it up.
I don't want to just go. I mean, I could just cut, but it's like I'm not a professional. I'm not gonna do it the way that a professional would do it. Do you recommend that people do it on their own if they can't go to a stylist?
Well, if they can't, it depends how they will, what shears they're using, and then like how often they're gonna do it. If you care about the shape, I would say go to a professional. Right. But like if someone's like, I don't really care about the shape, then like some people can trim their hair while doing like their twists. If they're doing like twists throughout the hair, they just look at their ends and be like, okay, I'm gonna cut.
Just cut that part out.
Yeah, but then like you just gotta be mindful if you're gonna do it at home. It's just the shape is just not it.
And then when you see a professional, you might have to cut more because you cut evenly.
Yeah. I'm gonna head over to the shampoo.
Hey there, beautiful. I hope you are getting as much out of this conversation as I am. Nola has shared some amazing gems so far, and I can't wait to hear some of your biggest takeaways in the comments. Now, before we jump back in, can I ask you for a quick favor? Based on my analytics, only 10% of you guys who are watching have subscribed. That means 9 out of 10 people who are watching have not hit the subscribe button yet. Now, here's why it matters. Producing videos like this isn't free. I invest in bringing in knowledgeable guests, hiring a professional videographer, and creating high quality content that'll help you in your healthy hair journey. Every new subscriber lets YouTube know that it can share this content to more people, and it helps attract sponsors so that I can continue to create this kind of content. So here's the challenge. By the end of this video, I would love to move from 10% subscribed to 15% subscribed. And that's just 10 more people. Will you be a part of the 10? If this video has helped you in any way, please tap the subscribe button and let me know in the comments I have subscribed, because I would love to personally thank you. Now, let's get back to the conversation. All right, you guys, this part of the video is going to be done with a voiceover because truthfully, we lost the audio part of this, but I think Nola did some amazing things that I really wanted to share the washing process with you guys. And so I'll share some of the things that she shared with me and some of the tips. You'll be able to see her in action because they're able to be displayed through camera. So you can tell my hair with the first shampoo is a little bit matted at the ends, and that's really because my ends are pretty bad, you guys. So she went in with the first shampoo, and this shampoo, she sort of just like got it all in my hair and made sure to get my scalp. She did a really, really thorough job at cleansing my scalp. So one of the tips I got from an old stylist was that washing your hair, when I say washing your hair, shampooing, adding one shampoo is bad. Doing one shampoo is bad. Doing 2 shampoos is okay, but doing 3 shampoos is ideal, and it is the best for hair health. And so that is something that Nola practiced too. She did 1 shampoo, but that wasn't enough. She went ahead and added a second set of shampoo. I'm gonna add the products that she used in the description box if you would like to use those products as well. But she went ahead, this is the second shampoo, and she did not stop at just applying it. Of course, she went in with getting my scalp and cleansing my scalp. One of the tips that she shared, which is super duper important when washing your hair, is to make sure that you are not using your fingertips, or your fingernails, but you are using your fingertips. Like you are not scratching your scalp, because you're going to create cuts into your scalp by accident, but instead you are using the tips of your fingers to get your scalp. She went in the front, the middle, the back. She got all of my scalp nice and cleansed. And then she rinsed that out, ready for the last shampoo. Like I said, one shampoo, no good. That's bad. Two shampoos, okay. Three shampoos is ideal. And so that is what Nola is doing here. She's going in one final time and adding that last shampoo to my hair. Now, this time you can tell the first part, my hair was sort of like snaggly at the ends, but this time she was able to go in with the comb, and my hair didn't feel like it was being pulled out of my scalp. It didn't feel harsh, it didn't feel too much. She was able to sort of slightly detangle. As you can tell, she's not spending a bunch of time detangling. She just went in a couple of times, right, detangling my hair and adding it into sections. We know she's a curl specialist because she's focusing on sections. She's not doing all of the hair at once and leaving it out. She is really focusing on sections, and she's twisting them when she is done. You can tell how my hair is really taking in the product. Look at how nicely her fingers are able to run through my hair, even with the shampoo. So that was the 3 shampoos that she did. She's going to rinse my hair, and then she's going to move on to the next step, which is the conditioning process. She's going to go ahead and add the conditioner to my hair. And this conditioner is it was really nice because it was able to detangle my hair quite nicely, and with the addition of the steam, of course, it helped the product penetrate through my hair even better. So as you can tell, she's using a wide tooth comb, and she is detangling my hair with the conditioner. Now, after the detangling of my hair, she's going to, of course, twist it up, because we don't just leave the hair out like this. She's going to twist it up, and then she's going to place me under this cap to allow the heat to do a little bit more of the work. And so I'm going to sit underneath this hooded cap, and she's going to connect it to the steam so that my hair can take in a little bit more moisture from the conditioner, and of course allow for the steam to help the product penetrate into my hair. So that is how she was able to wash my hair. If you don't take anything away from this washing part, remember, 1 shampoo is bad, 2 shampoos is okay, 3 shampoos is ideal. You want to make sure you shampoo your hair 3 times, because that's really when you know that all of the products are out of your hair. I love me a good steam, you guys. This really helped. After she took me off the cap, my hair felt like butter, and we love using heat when it comes to conditioning, because it really helps the hair. It helps the product penetrate inside the hair. So that was the washing process. Very simple, but super duper effective. All right, you guys, this is how I was able to walk out of the salon. And I want to share with you guys the steps that Nola took in order to get my hair to look like this. So come back next week for part 2 as I share with you how she was able to style my hair.